Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hello, Foodie Booties. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I am back today, and we're gonna talk about Chantal Marie, Chantal Show, The Daily Chantal, Foodie Booty, Floppy Bobby, Big Beautiful Me, Chantopolis, whoever, whatever, Miss Chantal, Foodie Beauty, over here on our channel today. I don't even know if that sentence all completely made sense. I got kind of caught up in saying all of her channel names and kind of forgot where I was going with that thought. But we are going to talk about her today. I know that Amber Lynn posted a new video and I heard it's kind of boring. And so since I don't want to be non-transformative, I'm at least going to skip it for today and cover some other channels per Amber Lynn's very good suggestion to, broaden my content, broaden my horizons. So today, we're going to talk about Chantal being offensive once again. Yes, because if you don't know, I have a whole playlist on my channel called Examples of Chantal Being Mean. Now, the older videos on that playlist are generally just her being mean and raging for the most part, but the more recent videos all really just depict all the ways that she's been a bigot. And at this point, she's covered just about every marginalized community I could probably actively think about. She's been ableist, she's been racist, she's been homophobic, she's been transphobic. She's done just about all of it, okay? Just about all of it. And today she decided that she was going to find a way to be offensive to the Muslim community. Now, here's a few things. I am by no means an expert on the religion of Islam, Muslim people as a community, or even just what it means to wear a hijab. So please note that I'm not trying to come off as some kind of expert here, but when I see cultural appropriation in general, it's pretty easy to recognize even if you don't know about the culture that's being appropriated, if that makes sense. But we'll get more into that as we go on. If you don't know what I'm talking about at this point, let me back up a little bit, I guess, to let you know that Chantal yesterday posted a video called My First Hijab. If you don't know what a hijab is, it's a type of head covering that some Muslim women wear. To my understanding, not all Muslim women choose to wear it. A lot of Muslim women do choose to wear it. And it's also the point of a lot of controversy with various political governments in the world right now. For instance, in France, they banned all head coverings, banned women from wearing things like hijabs. In Iran right now, they are forcing women to wear hijabs. So it is a thing that is often politicized, but it's also a very important part of a religion as well. So you can imagine a person like Chantal trying to do anything serious, any kind of serious content related to a piece of Muslim culture is probably not going to go well for her. It's probably not going to go well for her, and surprise, people are offended. So I'll just start by giving you a little bit of an overview of the video, and I can't get started in giving you an overview without noting that this video that's supposed to be about, her going on some kind of like spiritual journey and adopting different values and whoever, whatever, starts off with a picture of some Middle Eastern food that she purchased. Which is honestly just so wild to me because, this is supposed to be a serious video about you changing your life and you wearing this important piece of Muslim culture, and you just decide that, oh, everybody needs to see the food I'm eating? Like, what the fuck did that have to do with anything? But like I mentioned, a lot of this video is her talking about how she wants to change as a person, become a better person. She says things like she's always tried to do what is right when it comes to the criticisms that she gets.
I always have tried to do what I felt was the appropriate thing to do when it comes to criticism. I mean, I started a YouTube channel. I was just throwing myself into this, and I really just didn't really, never imagined what kind of world it was.
Which is LOL, and because that's not true whatsoever. It's absolutely a lie. But also, like, you don't even have your comments turned on right now, so people can give you criticism about this. In fact, they have to go to Pete's channel to criticize you, which we'll get into later. And she does talk about mentioning wanting to adopt a different set of values.
I feel good being covered. I'm a little bit insecure about my hair loss, and I just feel more secure being covered. And I have decided to try to adopt different values, try to be more humble, because at the end of the day, when you eat all of the paneer and you eat all of the fried chicken sandwiches and you sleep with the world and you do all kinds of things that are just temporary gratification, you realize that at the end of the day, there's just only so much temporary instant gratification and bad habits that you can chase. And at the end of the day, you're still just left with, what now? So I feel like things that are more important to me are starting to be our values and principles and things like that. And I really just kind of want to start actually doing the legwork and turning a new leaf.
She specifically talks about like how she eats all the food and it's just a temporary gratification, but yet started this goddamn video off with a picture of Middle Eastern food. She also mentions she wants to do the legwork to start turning over a new leaf, and I guess somehow she's trying to say that that's why she purchased a hijab. Like she purchased it because she wants to turn over a new leaf. Spoiler alert, Chantal, a piece of fabric on your head isn't going to make you a better person. She does also talk about wanting to travel and experience different cultures.
I really wanted to travel and experience different cultures and different life, and there's a lot of values and principles of different cultures that I appreciate.
To which I say, fucking do that then. You don't have to put on a piece of another culture's clothing, like a costume, to get a better understanding of their culture and their experiences. That's not how you do it. You go there, you go experience the things there, you try the food from the countries you want to go to, you visit their monuments, their museums, and learn from the people there, but you don't have to parade around in a costume of their clothing and culture. I also want to emphasize that she claims in this video, I think multiple times, that she's learned from her mistakes.
Today, I think that I can say I'm grateful for the experiences, because that's how I learn. I'm my own worst enemy, but I'm also my own best friend, because I know that I learn from my mistakes.
But let me just be clear, no the fuck you didn't. And haven't, and don't. Because if you had learned anything on your channel at any given point, we would not be where we are today, and I would not be making this video. She also makes a plea for people to just stop being hateful to her friends, her family, things like that, and she doesn't want to be attacked anymore.
I want to just be left alone to do my things. I don't want to be attacked. I don't want my family to be attacked. I don't want lies and rumors made up about me.
And generally, that's a sentiment I can get behind. I don't think people should be attacking people's family and things like that. I don't think people should be going out of their way to be cruel, mean, etc. But let me just clarify that when you put into context who the fuck Chantal is, she's a bigot. She has continuously said hurtful, harmful things to people on the internet. She's asked for people to be doxxed. She's asked for people's information so she could dox them. The criticism of her bigotry, her harmful rhetoric, her malice, it's warranted. And she wants all that criticism to stop without making any kind of change to who she is as a person. Not making any kind of change, not trying to genuinely take accountability for the things that she's done. I'm still waiting for her to apologize for half the things, at least half of the things, if not more, all of the things in my playlist of examples of her being mean. Where was the real accountability for that Cuba rage where she was blatantly racist, blatantly ableist, said the R word over and over and over and over and over again? There wasn't. It never happened. She also claims that she's going to be doing more vlogs and travel content.
I probably will end up doing more vlogs and travel content.
And if y'all truly believe that at this point, then y'all are dumb as hell, because she has been saying this since the beginning of me ever covering her. You know, even back when she was doing like full-on weight loss content, which she doesn't really do anymore these days. But even back then, she would say, anytime she would get fed up with weight loss, she'd be like, well, I'm just going to transition to making my channel about travel. I'm going to vlog. Girl, when? Girl, where? Girl, how? You're not. You're not. And then towards the end of the video, I have to say, she spent a lot of this video that was allegedly about this hijab not talking about it at all, and instead just talking about herself and making this about herself. But at the very end, towards the very end, around the 8-minute mark, she does finally start talking about spiritualness and spirituality, and how spirituality is going to help her change and be a better person.
I really, truly, truly believe that a lot of problems would go away if I just really listened to what spiritually is ailing me and realign myself with some values, you know, and morals, and stick to the principles of what's important in this journey of life.
Noticeably, though, I want to point out that she doesn't actually talk about wanting to convert to Islam, and also doesn't talk about wanting to even learn the practices of the religion or anything like that. She just vaguely refers to spirituality as a way that she's going to better herself and magically become a better person. And I will say, at one point in the video, she did talk about like being insecure about her hair loss, and that's a reason that she's wearing the hijab. I feel that. I think lots of people probably have similar insecurities, but you know who fucking knitted you or crocheted you like 12 different beanies? Bay Nation. Put those beanies to fucking work, girl. Pick one and put it on your head and cover it up if that's what you want to do. You can do the same exact thing without bringing other people's religion into it. And for the record, she's already made a new community tab post about how she wants to bees, which, if you don't know, beezing started out as a word that she used to describe when her cats were behaving badly, and now it's a word that she uses to describe when she's behaving badly. It usually means something like, I want to get high, I want to get drunk, and I want to eat a shit ton of food on camera. So you can tell the change is really happening, you guys. She's very serious about this, like very, very serious about this. Oh, and maybe it's a good time to note that she just a day or two ago was talking about this man from Kuwait that she's been talking to via FaceTime, and how she wants to go to Kuwait to meet him. And a lot of people are speculating that this might have something to do with why she's wearing a hijab. And no worries, we learned more about that through her trusty friend Pete's, who did a live stream and answered a lot of questions from people about Chantal and the hijab. So in this live stream, Pete's acknowledges that Chantal is not a Muslim and states that she doesn't wear it all the time, just when she talks to the man from Kuwait. And he also acknowledges that he believes in cultural appropriation.
I told her she is not a Muslim now. Hi, Maddie. Hey, Michaela. Hey, Julie. I'm not going to wear a hijab now. I mean, maybe I should. Cover up my bald spot. Anyway, her explanation is that she wants to be respectful to the cultures of the people whoever it is she's dating. Something like that. What I would say to that is it depends on whether the dude she's dating wants her to do it. I am somewhat inclined to agree, bitchy, but like I said, I think it kind of depends on the dude she's dating, how the dude she's dating feels about it. Okay. Oh, absolutely. Cultural appropriation is a thing, for sure. She's not wearing it full time now. I think the plan is for her to only wear it whenever she's actually talking to the dude. Something like that. She's not wearing it now.
Now, if you don't know what cultural appropriation is, like, feel free to go Google an official definition. I'm going to paraphrase a definition, so if it's not, like, the perfect definition or not one that aligns with how you view cultural appropriation, certainly feel free to use your own or go look for your own. But this is just like my working understanding of cultural appropriation, okay? When I think about cultural appropriation, it's when somebody is taking something from a culture that is not theirs and doing it, performing it, wearing it, etc., but not having to deal with any of the negative societal implications of all of that, if that makes sense. And it's also not showing a genuine understanding or appreciation of those things. So in this case, in this example, it's clear that Chantal's not showing a genuine understanding or appreciation of it, because it's clear she's not done any research on why people wear hijabs, its significance in the Muslim culture, any of that. But then the piece about taking it and not having to deal with the negative societal impacts, she hasn't had to live her whole life wearing a hijab, is a big issue, because as I mentioned at the start of this video, this is something that is used politically against Muslim people, against Muslim women specifically, to exert power, control over them and how they can express themselves and practice their religion. Something that Chantal has not currently had to deal with, and certainly maybe if she did actually go through the process of converting to Islam, might have to deal with once upon a time in some future setting, but she's really not having to deal with that. She also, per Pete's, gets to choose when she's wearing it and when she's not, and she's choosing to just wear it for a man over FaceTime. And she also wants to put up this facade that it's somehow magically going to make her a better person, which we all know it is not. So yeah, that's my general feelings about the Chantal hijab video. I think it's tasteless. I think it's just shows more of her just like lack of understanding of how the world works outside of her. You know, she's living in this like bubble of like her own fantasy world and doesn't ever stop to think about how like her actions, her behaviors, the things she does might impact other people or offend other people. But also, just real quick on another note, fuck Pete's. I'm gonna show you this clip where Pete's gets real mad because people keep bringing up things about Chantal and hijabs and Kuwait and this, that, the other, and gets so mad because people are in his live stream talking about Chantal.
Blocked word list. Kuwait blocked. Hijab blocked. Let's throw in niqab blocked. I'm getting fucking fed up with that. Like, I've been ignoring it all stream for a reason. Fuck off with it. I'm straight up blocking Muslim. You know what? Fuck this. Like, Christ, just... I'm blocking fucking Chantal. I'm blocking Chantal's name just because I'm so fucking fed up with people just going on and on and on and on and on and fucking on. Holy fucking hell, get the fuck over yourself. Like, holy shit, you people are fucking tedious. Christ, you people are fucking tedious.
Listen, bestie, this is all you've got going for you. Chantal provides a roof over your head and food in your fucking belly. Like, you better start getting used to it or figuring out another option outside of Chantal, because this is what you signed up for. You signed up to live with this woman, allow her to pay for your food and your shelter, and you now have a very small YouTube channel where you might make some small amount of money to provide for yourself, all thanks to Chantal. So if you don't want questions about her in your chat, then you better start doing something to be the drama, to be the center of attention, because currently nobody's coming to check for you, okay? But also, it's 100% fair that people are asking you these questions about Chantal, because you are the first person to talk about social justice issues, which I'm glad you do. I'm glad social justice is something that's important to you, but nobody takes you fucking seriously because you live with the exact opposite of social justice in your home, and you continue to benefit from her money and her nonsense that she makes from being a bigot. The problem isn't that you favor social justice issues. Obviously, I care about social justice issues too, otherwise I wouldn't be making this video today. The problem is that you don't adequately hold your roommate accountable because you can't afford to lose that source of food and shelter from her. So keep profiting off of her bigotry, Pete's. Enjoy her bigotry, her offensiveness, her nonsense, all the while you're gonna go and spout stuff about social justice yourself. Like, this is what I need from other people, specifically people like Pete's, who care about social justice. You can't just talk about it online. You gotta hold your friends accountable in real life, bestie.
And of course, I filmed all of this and edited all of this, well, most of this before Chantal went live today, and then I left to go get my hair done at the salon. And while I'm at the salon scrolling through Twitter, all of these things keep popping up about the live stream that Chantal did today, where she just further demonstrated that she had no good intentions in wearing a hijab, and that she has a very racist view of how she thinks about Middle Eastern people, particularly Middle Eastern men. And it's all just a joke to her and a way to make content, and she had to have something for content. So I'm just going to show you some clips from that just so you have that context. I don't have a ton of time to add additional commentary outside of what I've already just said, but I felt like this video did require me addressing those things as well, since I'm going to post it after that live stream has already been out and about on the internet for quite some time by the time this is posted. So take a look, interpret these clips however you'd like, and I'll be back to close out the video afterwards.
At myself in the hijab, I kind of felt like not me, you know, like I'll never be able to wear all my cool wigs, you know, like only one other individual in my whole life, one person will ever get to see my hair or my neck or my face or my my arms, you know, like only one person is the only person that matters in the entire universe to see my body and to experience my laughter, my joy. Do you know, like, it's like they want to, it's almost like they want to own you in a way. Like, you're theirs. You're their wife. You're theirs. I'm a completely different person today than I was yesterday. Because most people, when they go on camera, they put on an image. So that's what I was doing. But it's an image I was trying out. Like, this is what my future would be. I don't know. The bottom line is, I don't know what I want. I'm lost. I have a lot of work to do on myself. I'm bored with life. I need content. Kuwait is not a place you would... No, I don't think I would want to live there. At first, it was all a romantic dream idea.
Take the next right on Ottawa Regional Road 174.
And a part of me, I went to buy the hijab, and I'm like, you know, I wanted to see, maybe just curious, how it would feel as becoming a Middle Eastern wife.
But anyways, that's all I have time for today. I'm glad I got that out, and we could bring it back to old Chantal being a bigot. You know, I had finally just recently decided to start tuning in a little bit more often because she hasn't been talking about Nader as much on stream, and I was like, oh, listen, I could get into this. As long as she doesn't start doing something offensive, I could get into this again. Like, listening to her rage the other night about French Fry Girl, chef's kiss. I could listen to her fight with reaction channels all day, every day. I think that's fair. But what I didn't sign up for is whatever this is. Okay, so stop, Chantal. Get your life together. You're almost 40, or is she 40? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. Did she turn 40 yet? You're almost 40. You're an adult human, okay? Read a book. Google. Like, learn something. All right, that really, truly, okay, I'm done. I'm stopping it there. But if you enjoyed today's video and you're brand new to my channel, feel free to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you can get a notification every time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I want to say I had fun today, but I didn't. I'm just kind of annoyed. I'm really annoyed. But I'll see you all next time. Bye!